Your main man returns yet again for more real-life horror stories of RPGs. How many can there be? A lot. I'll guarantee you of that right now before we go on any further. There are a multitude. There have been many, many hours of RPGs I have run, and quite sadly, I didn't always have the best players. Now I'm going to talk about each and every one of them as long as you want to listen. And let me know what you think about these videos if you're getting the entertainment value out of these stories I share. Uh, Perhaps there is some degree of RPG value by omission to learn do not do this and do not tolerate this sort of things. This one wasn't as bad as some of the others. Now, it had happened with a player named Ken Jones. Now, we had put up, of course, it was always me. I always had to do everything. Trust me on that. A lazy asshole. They never did a damn thing. It was always your main man performing each and every function to get the game going. So I'd gone down all the way to the Hampton store of Atomic Comics and posted up an ad, and I posted one up in the Newport News Atomic Comics. We have loads of game stores around where I live, and there were a lot at this time. And I posted one of the Gaming Guild, and the guy, let's tell you real quick how we first found him. He had posted, and he said, I'm going to Atomic Comics, and he didn't specify which one. I'm naturally assuming Newport News. Of course, he was in Hampton. We're like, well, where? And I go back to my house. This is before I had any sort of cell phone. I'm talking about I was 17. I was 17 when I started. This is running my Ravenloft game, which lasted 4.5 years. Now, he was one of the mainstay players in this game. But we finally meet up with him. He comes, and this guy is, I think he was 11 years older than me. So this made him, I guess, about 29 to into his early 30s while this game was going on. He had a lot of different characters in the game. In Ravenloft, a lot of players did die. There were a lot of characters that perished in Ravenloft. There were some people that had the same character from the beginning to the end, but there are a lot of others that didn't. Ravenloft was quite unforgiving, and if you were unlucky or you were unwise, you get your ass sorted out with a decisive quickness. And that decisive quickness fell upon him one day. He was playing, and in Ravenloft, other people play whatever they want. I said, well, then Mr. Ravenloft could go anywhere. So you want to play a character from any game world, it doesn't matter. A world you made up, a world someone else had, a world that's in a box setting. So we had characters from Forgotten Realms, from Dark Sun, from Dragonlance, from whatever. And sometimes I'd rule, well, your character, they don't speak the same language. You have to actually start learning a language and so forth. Now, I'm not, let's see, yeah. Okay, he was playing a Dark Sun and a Thasian Mull, and I probably was playing a Gladiator because they were a ridiculously broken class in AD&D 2nd edition. So I can only assume he was a Gladiator, and he may have been multi-classed into something else, maybe Rogue. That might be right, and I might be completely wrong. Maybe he was a straight fighter or something completely different. Those parts of the story don't really matter. And I don't even remember what happened to particularly kill his character. His character got killed. That happened. It wasn't the first time one of his characters died. He flips his shit out. Now remember, he's 11 years older than I am. He's a grown-ass man. And this was no targeting him or anything. And he, at various times been given plenty of position, plenty of spotlight, plenty of stuff to do. If you saw the video that I did about perfectly playing someone's character, and then the guy showed up like 4 hours late and said, "No, my character does this, this, and this," everyone breaks into laughter. That was the same guy, Ken Jones, whose character I played perfectly. He completely loses his shit, like when he dies. He rips his character up, throws it up in the air, starts yelling about how he's never coming back, how he's never going to play with us again. So, whatever, I don't care. Let it throw us as he fit. He storms outside. Okay. And I guess he stayed out about long enough to smoke 2 cigarettes. And he comes back in, sheepishly, the head down, the bitch assery clinging to him like it was a glove about his body. And for the record, for anyone that knows old school 80s, this guy looked exactly like Paul Orndorff. He looked exactly like Paul Orndorff. And he's looking down. Yeah, well, I got this idea for another character, da-da-da. I was like, oh, okay. So he came in with this character. And then that, someone just completely losing their shit. I've seen that a few times over the years with RPG horror stories. It was just losing their shit. Remember, if your character dies, just be cool about it. Everyone else will laugh at you and make fun of you if you flip out like that. And they should.